Zach Gallen. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. This one in the air, center field. Carroll under it. And there's one away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boog. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Nope, outside.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Here in Phoenix, and just getting settled into this one. Got him. Now 2 out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch.
Ball one.
Olsen gets out of the way. That's ball one. Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And that is in for a strike. 1 and 2. That one
That's
missed.
upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. And now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And going for Atlanta, Chris Sale. How about a scouting report on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Hitter, number 4, Ketel Marte.
Pitch misses. Ball 1.
That's Bolton.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Aye.
Hard hit, right side. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovello. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Next offering down in the dirt. That's down and in.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a good start for Chris Sale.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball.
Ball, that's in.
Hit on the ground to short.
Get there.
Over to Smith.
No, he's
bang,
out.
bang play, and the inning is over. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. And the 0-1. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Man at second. And a foul ball. The 0-2. And ball 1. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The Braves with a chance to score first here at the top of the second. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
First offering way inside, almost got him. Man on second, 2 down.
Ball 2.
Two-0. Hammered on the line, base hit. Here comes Riley. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Dom Smith stands in. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with 2 away. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out. Right through there for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Back here at Chase Field, bottom of the second. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Hey!
That's to third. Riley fires to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Ildemaro Vargas.
Ball. Ball 2.
And
Ball,
another
that's
ball.
outside.
And that's ball
That's
four.
ball 4.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. Nato comes in to take his cuts. Popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Batting seventh, first baseman, Jose Fernandez.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, one out. In the air out to center. Harris racing after it. Pulls it in on the run. Two away down.
Batting eighth, left fielder, Tim Tawa.
Stepping in, Tim Tawa. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
On to the third inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hey!
Here's your 1.
Ball.
And a swing and a miss. Right side. Oh, great stop. Flips it, and they get the out.
I love the fact that the pitcher didn't become a spectator on this play. Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down, and if the pitcher's not there, he's got nobody to flip it to. Excellent job by both those guys.
To the right side, and that chance handled. Gets it to first. Fine play in the hole for the out. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Matt Olson. Struck out swinging his first time. That one ripped left field. That's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. The relay not in time. He's got a double.
This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Ball.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Man at second. Fastball for a strike. And the count is 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Very high with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that skips into dirt. Got him swinging. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here in the desert, set for the bottom of the 3rd, Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Lawler patrolling center field, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage this season is right around .350.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Ball.
And misses inside. This one in the air. Smith settles under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, designated hitter, Ketel Marte.
Nope.
The 1-1. And that one hammered. That's back there. And into the pool. It's out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. And we're level. It's 1-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. This is Corbin Carroll. That's inside.
That's inside.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Yastrzemski on the move. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
First
Nope.
offering, and
Ball
it
one.
just misses. Outside.
Ball, that's out.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the 3rd. That one finds the zone. Now 2-1. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. On to the fourth.
Leading
Now
off
in for the Braves, Mike
left fielder,
Yastrzemski.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
That's a ball.
Oh,
Ball
he doesn't
three.
get the call. 3 balls, no strikes.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. They're now 3-1. That one misses.
Ball.
So a
Take your
leadoff
bait.
walk.
Up next for Atlanta, second baseman Ozzie Albies.
And fouled off. Oh, 1 now. This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And this one squirts away from the catcher. Throws to second, and he's out easily.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, trying to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
Inside,
That's in. Ball
just
2.
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. That's out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, center fielder Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Bottom 4, here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno.
Gabriel Moreno.
Right through there for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Gonna count 1 and 2. That one missed. And that's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate, but with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for
That's a ball.
success, but you can never predict baseball.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Off the
Nope,
mark
that's off the
there.
plate.
And
Ball
it's
2.
2-1. Got him. 2 gone now.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. Single to right in his first trip.
Nope, that's inside. Nope, outside.
Two down, nobody on. The
ball
changeup
3.
missing, and that's ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Swings through that high fastball. Swings and misses, struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. We go to the top of the 5th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Dominic Smith. That one
Nope,
at
that's a ball.
95 missed up top, and it's 1-0.
Inside, ball.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The 2-1. And that's
Ball
a little
3.
bit high. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Ball 3.
Payoff pitch. It's a
Ball
leadoff
4.
walk.
Take your base.
And that's the go-ahead run.
Up next for Atlanta, shortstop Mauricio Dubon.
In there for strike 1. Just missed. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Line drive. That's a base hit. Makes the turn at second. Heads for third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That's in for a strike.
And I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On the ground to first. Over to Perdomo. That's one. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Ball, that's in.
Swings through that one out in front that time. That's outside.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And a count 2-1. Way out front for strike two. That one missing
Inside, ball
inside.
three.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Good job to fight that one off. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Payoff pitch. Three-two. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Number 79 digs in now. Yeah, that's fouled off. Late with the swing there. The 0-2. And that skips into dirt. Just off the inside edge.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. And a payoff pitch. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first in time, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder Tim Kawa.
Ball one there, and an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball, that's out.
On the ground to the left. Riley handles, throws to first. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Jordan Lawler. 0 for 1 so far. First
Ball
pitch
1.
just misses. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Yeah! Nope, inside, ball 2.
On the ground, right side. Albies out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Diamondbacks down quickly. They're down 2-1. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Matt Olson,
Leading
the
off
next
for
to hit.
Atlanta, the designated hitter, Matt Olson.
Looking good, Diamondbacks.
Well struck right field. And it one-hops the wall. Relay throw to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Zach Gallen will depart, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
Now pitching
New
for the
pitcher now,
Diamondbacks,
Kevin Ginkel.
number
And that's a big potential
37,
run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Pulls that one foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're the top half of the 6th. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Then there's one down.
Up next for Atlanta, left fielder Mike Yastrzemski.
So now with one away and a man at second, here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Ball.
Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Thompson also throwing. Goes down looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Ball, that's outside.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swings through that one.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And a swing and a miss. And that'll do it. Braves strand one as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here in the desert, well, we go bottom 6. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Ketel Marte.
Outside low, and that's ball 1. Bullpen action out there for the Braves. Yoel Payams appears to be getting loose. Lee getting loose as well.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
That one misses. Ball 3.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
So the call stands. No challenges left for them now. That's through there for a strike. Nice grab. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Ball 1.
The Braves up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. That one
Ball
almost
2.
got him.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Close,
ball
but
3.
called the ball. And now 3-0. Right through there for a strike. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, shortstop, Geraldo.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. That one way inside.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Step off, throw to first.
He's safe.
Carroll back in on a dive. Rudder takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Here's a 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man at second.
Foul!
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Out number 2.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
That bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Breaking ball, and that got him.
That got him.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Next to hit, Ildemaro Vargas. He is struck out, and he is walked. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, but we're not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That one's in there, 0-1. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And now the count is even. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Carroll, the lead runner, out at second. Moreno on at first with 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Diamondbacks strand a pair, and our score remains 2-1. Top of inning number 7. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Ball.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The flip, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Up next for Atlanta, first baseman Dominic Smith.
This one in the air, right field. Carroll hustling after it. Got it. Nice grab. 2 away.
Up next for Atlanta.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Kevin Ginkel is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Ryan
the
Thompson
Diamondbacks.
will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Mauricio Dubon, 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. It gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
2 down, nobody on. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Perdomo gets under it. And that is that. Down in order go the Braves. They lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
Now on the bump, Yoel Payams.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Ball, that's too high.
Just
That's
missed.
just out.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
On the ground, Albies in plenty of time to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, first baseman Jose Fernandez.
And here's the first baseman. Off the
Inside,
plate,
ball
inside. Ball 1.
That's
Just
ball 2.
missed. The Braves holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. That misses
That's
the
ball
zone.
3.
And now 3-0. And the tying run
Ball
is
4.
on base.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder Tim Awa.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The 1-1. And there's a ball. Jordan Lawler in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Downstairs, and that's ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on base. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Yoel Payams won't go any further tonight. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
New
Atlanta,
arm out of the bullpen,
number
Tyler
35.
Kinley.
Tyler
He's making
Kinley.
his 2nd appearance of the season. And the batter now, Jordan Lawler. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. And that was a little bit high.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And that is out of play. Next
Ball
offering
2.
is down low. Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a foul out of play. Now all even up. Breaking ball misses down and away. And that one ripped to left. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. Here comes the runner. Fires to the plate. Safe. He beat the tag. We are tied at 2.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Looked like it was a little bit up. Check swing called strike. And the count even 1-1. That one lifted to left. Yastrzemski has a beat on it. Brings it in.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin.
Now Corbin Carroll to the dish for a big at bat. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Two on, 2 outs. And that one almost hit him. The 2-2. And that one is lifted in the air. That is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back here at Chase Field, now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr.
I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That one finds the corner. That is strike 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
The 0-2. In there, sets him down on strikes.
Well, that event seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Oh, that's out.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right side. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter.
Here is Matt Olson.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's down. That's outside.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Pretty close, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to one challenge left. And a 2-1 on the way. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is still in time, and they do get the third out of the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Back here in the desert, leading off, Geraldo Perdomo.
Shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. And that one fouled off. One now. Backed off the plate that time. Two and one now. And fouled off. Riley zips it to first, and a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th.
Next for the Diamondbacks, catcher Gabriel Moreno.
Yeah!
Here's the 0-2. Good
Oh,
eye in
that's
that
low.
spot. One-two now. That one
That's
missed.
ball two.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler Kinley departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
The left-hander on now, Dylan Lee. He's making
Lee.
his 4th appearance of the season. Here's the second baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
0-1.
Slider right there. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out to short, Dubon. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Score remains 2-2.
Now pitching for
Taylor
the
Clark
Diamondbacks.
taking over on the
Number
mound.
45, Taylor Clark. Leading off for the Braves, third baseman Austin Riley.
Next pitch in for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. Swing and a ground
that's
ball.
foul.
And it's just foul. That was close.
Off the plate, ball 1. That's a ball.
The
That's
next
ball
offering
3.
misses. Ball 3. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he grounds one to the right side. Throw to first in time.
Up next for Atlanta, second baseman Ozzie Albies.
Hey! Ball.
Clark, 32 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2015. Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. And the Braves go down quietly, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Bottom of the ninth inning, and this one is tied, coming right down to the wire. Here's the third baseman, number 28.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
The 0-1. Lee delivers. Swing and a ball hammered left field. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. The winning run on second base. This one in the air, center field. Harris under it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder
Tim Tawa stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
Swing and a miss.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Man at second. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
That one's upstairs, ball one. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
That's in for a strike. Trying to send this to extra innings. That one is upstairs. Pitch misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. High fly ball out to center field. Harris under it. And that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
On to extra innings. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Michael Harris the second. Just missed. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Diving, makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
Now we've got a substitution at third base. Braves going with a pinch runner. Eli White getting some more speed on the bases. Pitch out, but no action. The 1-0. Sliced hard but foul. The Braves with the go-ahead run at third here in the top half of the 10th. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
And a 1-2. Just misses with that one. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Taylor Clark won't go any further, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
Andrew
the
Hoffman
Diamondbacks.
gets the ball now. This is his third time out this year.
Andrew Hoffman.
Mauricio
Up next for
Dubon
Atlanta,
getting ready to hit.
shortstop
1 for
Mauricio
3.
Dubon.
Hey! Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead it in the 10th.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. He'll take a jog around the bases. And they boost their lead. It's 5-2.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Baldwin in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two down, nobody on. And a slider in there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Number 67 getting cranked up as well. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Braves 5 and the Diamondbacks 2.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias. A chance at his first save of the year. Now into the ball game on defense, Kyle Farmer. He'll play second.
Number 15, Kyle Farmer.
Here's Ketel Marte. He's already homered here in this one.
Designated hitter, Ketel Marte.
Ball one.
Man at second.
Nope.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
The 2-1. Just
Nope.
missed.
Outside.
And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. So they're now out of challenges. Fouled off. He was late. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
For the Diamondbacks, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Perdomo up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Ball, that's outside.
And that
Ball
one is
three.
downstairs. And that's ball 3.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
There's the strike. And the count is 3-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The Braves trying to close out a 3-run lead here in extra innings. Swing and a high fly ball left field. That's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.